the boys at Wingsville on the block. They did a wonderful job. And my guys at New Development, we came up, we cleared an area. I went to Buto, I went all around to see all the communities doing very well. And I think this is not only a one-time shot. We should continue it maybe every 3 months. You understand me? So that will make our place look beautiful.
Yes, definitely. Because especially the Buto gap,
Yeah.
I was so happy to see it turn out for Buto, and the way it came out afterwards, we can commend the Buto development
Committee,
as well as I think it was Stonefield that adopted the Buto
Junction
area.
Yeah.
So they've definitely been, and I think they're going to continue this week as well because there's a lot of tree cutting to be done at the viewpoint.
Yeah, clearing the view.
So it's definitely going to be wonderful for persons to be able to see the beauty of Buto and to be able to see that Buto is welcoming. So that's somewhere that they've neglected. They need to be able to come back to Buto. And I love that initiative for Buto. It was really good.
Adding to your comment, I think I saw a sign where it was said beautified by Sugar Beach.
There was a sign?
Yes, there was a sign which beautified a place. It said beautified by the Sugar Beach. I think it was well received.
Okay.
Yeah, Sugar Beach took part into on the roadside also.
Okay, awesome. So yes, once again, for those of you just joining us, we're here with Mr. Placid Lascaris, and we're discussing the Kouden Soufwiye activity which took place over the weekend on Sunday, the 19th of November. For those of you just joining us, and we want to once again thank all the persons who came out for Kouden Soufwiye. So I know that there was supposed to be a activity at New Development. I did not get a chance to pass through to see if there was supposed to be some clearing of drains. Can you tell? Do you know if this?
Yes, because I had a team of 5 or 6 of us. We cleared for about 100 feet of road. In fact, of fencing. Yeah, there is a place in front where Natalia lives that had big bits of brush there. So we cleared that part, and we had a dumper pick it up and go with it.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah.
So development definitely participated.
Yeah, we did participate.
Right, awesome.
Yeah.
I did not get a chance to see Sulphur Springs. I know they had a team at Sulphur Springs.
The pictures were out on Facebook.
Yes, I saw quite one thing we have to give special kudos to Miss Krishna Tenbright and the team from the Soufriere Constituency Council for getting as much footage as possible. I do have some videos as well I'm working on editing that I want to share out with persons giving some testimony on the day. But I want to commend the team for putting out as much footage as possible because I was not able to go to all the different areas. So we were able to see through the Soufriere Constituency Council's page on Facebook a lot of the work being done. But Sulphur Springs, were you impressed? Do you think that
the footage I saw speaks a lot. It speaks a lot.
Another area I saw that the footage looked wonderful was Fossejac. So Fossejac tackled the
health center
area and the before and after footage. Was like, wow, what a difference. And I'm happy to see that person were able to come out, especially to take ownership of what is theirs, because it's yours. Fossejac Community Health Center, it belongs to the people of Fossejac. So, and that's an area I've been to before for treatment, and I can say that the staff there are very welcoming. So the people of Fossejac, they have this welcoming aura about them already. So it's great to see that they came out and they took ownership of that area. So I want to encourage persons who have not seen any footage, please visit, find some way, borrow a phone if you have to. It won't take you long. But you can visit the Soufriere Constituency Council's page for a lot of footage of the various Kouden activities, and they were very well received. So we also know that there was some work done at the cemetery in terms of persons coming out to clean up the graves, do some weeding, and also to do some painting as well. I came a bit late. I only got maybe 2 families there at the time and council workers, but you could see the difference as well.
Yeah, I think this made a difference in terms of when you're coming from Castries or when you're going to Castries to overlook the cemetery wall to see it's nice and looking pretty.
Next Sunday they'll be tackling the completion of the mural.
Yeah.
So we're definitely going to be seeing an uplift in the views when you enter in Soufriere from Bouton coming down the cemetery. Now we've seen that there is some work. Kudos to your team as well for the work done with Bank of in front of Bank of
yeah.
So that's already an upliftment when you come out. I saw it over the weekend. There's the trees out, the lights are out. There's a nice upgrade to the little viewpoint area by the gazebo.
Yeah.
So we've definitely seen some improvement in the aesthetics of Soufriere. So because like we know, Soufriye is the mecca
For tourism.
For tourism. It is the breadbasket for tourism. So we know that we have to make it look a certain way so that we can make sure we stand out. As we're already getting so many accolades in terms of Saint Lucia being the top honeymoon destination. We win that every year. We have so many hotels winning so many awards. So then Soufriye needs to look the part. We need to be able to uphold that sort of title that this is the place you want to visit, this is the place you want to see. Nowadays, you get so many TikTok videos of persons coming to Central for the first time and saying how much they love it. They love the beaches, they love the scenery, the greenery, they love the flowers, they love the people. So we need to keep that in mind on our day-to-day within Soufriye. And it's wonderful to see the community show that. I also saw Wingsville did a good job as well as by the Riverside. They did a wonderful job. So big up to the Wingsville team. I'm not too sure of the names, but I know you guys had a wonderful team when we passed. You were already finished. So you did quick work of it. So wonderful, wonderful. Big up to that team. Trying to remember all the areas when you don't carry your notes with you. If you can refresh my memory, Mr. Lascaris, where else?
I think I saw some work done at Ravinclair.
Ravinclair?
Yeah, Ravinclair, yes.
Ravinclair had a team, that's right. I'm not sure if it was Belfort or Boaden. Boaden did the road.
Boaden did some work on the
road. On the road. And I know there were so many complaints beforehand about the road, and I'm so happy that the people were able to come out and do that. And they wanted to do it. They really said, you know what, we're going to take this initiative and do something for ourselves, and I love that for them. I'm not sure if there was supposed to be something at Crescent. I'm not sure if that took place.
No, I didn't go through Clarisland, but what I believe, the areas that were not dealt with, in case we're going to go through there during the week, we can still ask for another shot at the Kouden Soufwiye, because I know Bouton is going to continue a project next week, the weekend coming. Yeah, because Bouton is going to have a cricket match on the 3rd of December. They're going to have a cricket aroma, Walaba, and they want to really make sure that people coming to Bouton would have a nice time. So they're fixing the road to the playing field to make it motorable, so that people will be able to come down and support them.
That's nice. Yeah. Awesome. So big up to Bouton once again. And I know this week, like I said, this week they're also continuing at the viewpoints, because there's a lot of tree cutting to be completed to open up the view of the Piton from the viewpoint. So that's an ongoing project for Bouton. And like you said, the Kouden is not something that has to be a one-day thing.
No.
We can always continue it so long as persons are willing to come out. You just need somebody to organize your team, make sure we have enough individuals. And, if you have any needs in terms of materials or maybe catering or water, we always gonna be able to find some help for you, some sponsorship. So if you need assistance, come out and say so. I know that quite a few of the local organizations, local businesses are willing to help in some of these areas. So we encourage persons, if you have a Kouden taking place, or if you have any type of self-help in your area that you want to get persons involved in, don't hesitate to come out and say something. All right, good night to you, Miss Philomena Lamontagne. Thanks for joining us. Good night to you as well. We're on through, for those of you who missed out on my initial announcement earlier in the program, we want to bring back our giveaways. So we want to encourage persons who are always listening but don't comment. We want to encourage you to start commenting, start participating, but also pay attention, because there will be questions to answer in order to win the giveaway. So throughout the month of December, we want to try to increase our viewership, increase our participation on the program. We want persons to comment. We want you to interact with us here on the program. It's not just about us talking to you. We want it to be a interactive program. If you have something to say, don't hesitate. Tell us, let us know. If you have something you want to comment on what is being said, something you like, something you don't like, what you love to see, what you want to see more of, what you want to see less of, we ask that you come out and do that, because there is going to be prizes to be won, and we don't want you to miss out on that. Encourage your friends to pay attention to the program as well. Keep it locked to Let's Connect on 88.5 Soufriye FM every Tuesday until God knows when. But we're going to keep trying to make sure we're here every Tuesday, 8 p.m. All right. Good night to you, Mr. Godwin Prosper, as well. So we want to encourage participation on our live stream on Facebook. So once again, and we also live on YouTube for those persons who do not have access to Facebook, and we can see your comments as well. So do not hesitate to share. Do not hesitate to get persons to participate. All right. So Mr. Lascaris has also been instrumental in terms of the roofing projects that we have had going on for the last few weeks. We started in Palmiste, where we also had an asbestos removal project. And I'm not sure if you have any of the stats for us, but can you tell us do you know how many families have been able to get roofs replaced in Palmiste?
Yeah, we started the asbestos removal program was one which was certified by the Ministry of Health together with the Ministry of Housing. Matthew Nelson, who's the co-owner of MMP Construction, was a certified contractor to handle the project. So then the whole team, MMP Construction, had to have the garments, the gowns, we had to have all the criteria to make sure protective equipment, PPEs, to handle the project. And then we were able to execute that in Palmiste and Market Road. In Palmiste, I think every unit we worked on had four families living in each. So that is 8 families, and we repaired another 4 families' roof, which had not much asbestos on it. But we did 2 complete asbestos roofs and 1 with partial asbestos. That's in Palmiste. So in all, we had 12 families. About 12 families that were relieved of asbestos. And in Market Road, we did 2 families, 3, 4, 6 families got relieved of the asbestos. That's under that same program we did, the certified asbestos removal program. So we did that. Now, with the housing that is going on now, as you said, in Barron's Drive, we selected contractors or guys with teams to work in Barron's Drive.
All of them from Soufwiye.
From Soufwiye. So Mr. Nelson, who supervises, who's the co-owner of the company we have, who supervises the project in Barron's Drive, is not the contractor for the project. He's the supervisor. He's oversees because of his experience. He's one of the most experienced contractors in Soufwiye. So Ms. Hippolyte allowed him, our district rep, Ms. Emma Hippolyte, allowed him because of his knowledge to handle the distribution of the materials to the various guys who are the team leaders. I want to make them understand that there are no contracts in Barron's Drive. You understand me? If you have a team, you get a job to repair. The job doesn't mean that you get a big sum of money in the job. You understand me? The job is you to manage the guys you have to do the work. You understand me? To execute the project. So this is what, because I think there's slightly a misconception with some of the guys on there, because everybody's talking about like, is Matthew has the contract, he'll be making the big money. There's nothing like that. Matthew does not have a contract in Barron's Drive. Matthew is using his time to supervise them. And under that also, those who are not that skilled can get training from Matthew. Because Matthew did the housing scheme in Mocha. You understand me? He did part of Lenny's Hill. So if people have to understand, Matthew is one of the most intelligent contractors in Soufwiye. I can say that. I can attest to that. And then they will be benefiting out of Matthew's help in Barron's Drive, the young workers from Barron's Drive. They need to think of learning. So then if a day, like a project comes on, you'll say, oh, this guy worked properly. You understand? This guy has the knowledge of the job. So we can send him to do something or allow him to take his team and go and do a project. This is what we want to explain to them that needs to happen. But everybody seems to want to come and say, give me a job, or give me a contract. You understand? The job and the contract differs. A contract goes for a lump sum of money. But when you have a job, you need to execute it properly. You understand?
It's a matter of learning new skills.
Learning new skills.
Showing your supervisor that you are able to learn new skills so that when there are other projects or other jobs, you can get selected to be able to work. So a lot of people don't see. That's why we have issues with internships as well. People don't understand the whole going to learn on the job without getting paid type of situation where you're trying to broaden your skill set. That's the point of it. It's not a matter of money all the time. Sometimes we have too much money on the brain, especially as the Christmas season is coming. We're so materialistic. So we don't see the benefits of shadowing somebody that has the knowledge we want, or shadowing somebody that is has been, in the business for such a long time that they have, you might go to the school and learn a plus b equals c, but then you'll go and you'll shadow somebody and they'll be able to tell you, but if you add x, y, and z, you'll be able to get, something else. There's different outcomes based on experience, based on skill set that you develop over time. So I think that our young people really need to understand some of those concepts, because we get opportunities all the time for persons to get training, or for them to get some sort of workshop, and for them to be able to build a
skill
and they
set.
stay away because there's no money to be had, or there's no money to be gotten from that, or even if you don't have refreshments, they don't come out. Like, you have to pull them out with some sort of incentive, whereas the opportunity in itself should have been an incentive. So there's always that sort of confusion. Persons always don't understand why something is happening in the way it's happening. So I appreciate you saying that persons need to sometimes show the clarification of why something is happening the way it's happening. Good night to you as well, Miss Carolyn Bob. We want to thank you for keeping it locked from Castries. Appreciate you very much. We want to say good night to all the rest of us on our live stream tonight. We do hope that you guys are enjoying the program so far. For those of you who joined us late, we have in studio with us Mr. Placid Lascaris. We've spoken about the wonderful Kouden Soufwiye activity which took place over the weekend. We know it's going to be continuing in places like Bhutan next weekend, as we prepare for the cricket game on the 3rd of December. We also have the completion of the cemetery mural taking place this weekend as well. And there will also be continuation at the Bhutan viewpoint this week as well. We want to say shout out to Andrew Carris and his team, who shall be helping, as well as the Shine Clean team, run by Mr. Sherman Joseph of Market Road. So these persons have been very instrumental in all of the tree cutting going on in our and around Soufriye. So we want to shout out all the communities once again who took part in our Kouden Soufwiye activity. And I want to thank Mr. Lascaris as well, because his team, MMP Construction, along with Mr. Matthew Nelson, have done a wonderful job in terms of the asbestos removal in Palmiste and Market Road, and also right now the housing project in Barons Drive, which has been going very well. I do understand that we still have a few weeks out on that project.
Yeah, I think the project in Barons Drive, I think the total of houses that's supposed to be repaired is about 36. And there are some of them that are in very bad shape. You understand me? I don't understand how people, you understand me? People support people, you understand me? And then when you come to help people, you understand some people do not like it.
Yeah, it's I don't know, the human nature is such a strange concept sometimes, that we see good happening for others and we don't like it.
Right.
So it's strange. I don't want to say it's jealousy, but it's something similar to that, where you want good for yourself but you don't want good for others. Like, for example, you might have a large family and you don't live the same place, but your family, you're expecting that as a family you'd support family. So let's say your brother is getting his roof done, but you feel, so how my brother can get his roof done and I cannot get my roof done? Shouldn't you be happy that your brother is getting his roof done? Like, we need to have more gratitude for things, sometimes even when it doesn't happen to us.
Yeah.
So I am grateful that persons within the community of Soufriye are getting their houses fixed, even though mine is not getting fixed. Doesn't matter. At the end of the day, we're happy that persons are getting assistance. I like the same way we should be happy the government is assisting persons with paying their CXC math and English. Even though when I wrote CXC math and English, that was not around. That's not a reason to be upset about it. Like, we need to be able to be grateful for the things that are happening to other people, because when it benefits one, it benefits all. And that's some of the concepts we're hoping persons can grasp while these projects are undergoing, because we cannot be mad that while I was pregnant, there was no pregnancy package for persons who to get assistance with scans. Be happy that the women now who are pregnant can get those type of facilities Be happy that the children now don't have to worry about paying math and English as a load off of the parents. Be happy that parents don't have to pay facilities fees anymore, that the government is taking care of these things. Be happy for the little that is happening for others because it is benefiting somebody. It could be benefiting your child down the line, could be benefiting your sister, your mother, your brother. We know that a lot of persons always get upset too when we have STEP. If 600 people put their names down for STEP, you cannot expect 600 people to get to work STEP.
No.
And that's one of the things people don't understand. Yes, you might not have heard that names were being taken at the time, and maybe the cutoff has already happened when you came to put your name. That's okay. Be happy somebody's going to get the job. Somebody's going to work and get some money for the Christmas. Be happy for other people to be able to get something. It's not everybody can get at the same time. I feel like that's one of the concepts we need to repeat often. That person needs to remember it cannot be the same all the time. It cannot be you all the time. You cannot be selfish. You have to be grateful for others getting as well. So we want to say kudos to the persons who have been able to be grateful and accept the help. Because I know. Sure. Did you have anybody that rejected the help? Is that something that happened? People reject when you come to offer to fix their roof, or
no, we have not gotten that kind of response from anybody.
Everybody is grateful, right? So it's supposed to be something I hope that can extend. Like if I am grateful, I should be able to speak out that I am grateful, and somebody should be happy that there is gratitude for something happening.
Some of the people we went to, and some of the people were quite elated that the roofs were repaired.
Yeah, because when you think of asbestos is something that I know they've linked it to cancer, linked it to asthma, bronchitis, all sorts of health and breathing problems, lung problems. So you should be so happy to have that removed from your from your stratosphere, from your environment. That's something that you're supposed to be so happy about. Even if I'm just your neighbor, the fact that is no longer next door to me should be making me happy too. So we want to hopefully encourage persons to just think of it in that sense. Try to put a positive spin on the things that is happening and don't look at it in a negative light.
In a light, one of the things a lot of people have said on the housing project, they want to thank the Honorable Emma Hippolyte for pulling out such a wonderful project, because in the campaign promise which the Labour Party had, the government had, and one of the slogans was "Putting you first." I believe repairing a roof is putting somebody first. Yes, I believe in that.
In the hurricane season.
Yeah, in the hurricane season.
That is a crucial thing during the hurricane season because you hear too often how many roofs fly. That's one of the indicators of how bad a hurricane was. How many roofs flew off. So the fact that we are getting roof repair ahead of the heavy rains and ahead of all who God knows what could happen, we are supposed to be grateful for these type of things. I want to read one of our comments here. Blessings for removal of these cancer-causing materials on these roofs. Kudos to the district representative, Ms. Emma Hippolyte, and the SLP government for hashtag putting you first. Exactly what you just said, Mr. Lascaris. So, like minds think alike.
Yeah.
So definitely we want to extend. I know right now Parliament is going on. For those of you probably still tuned into Parliament, because I heard it's been very hot tonight. So they might be going as long as 10 p.m. So I can understand, and we know Honorable Emma Hippolyte is right there at the forefront and endorsing and encouraging and trying to get as much done for Soufwiye as possible. And so we want to wish her all the best tonight. Hope that she has remained hydrated. She's energetic as always. She has, kept her stamina up, because it's like she's always going out to fight for Soufwiye. So we want to give her a wonderful good night tonight, and hope that everybody listening is wishing her the best as well. We should be joined soon by our next guest, but I have not seen him as yet. So I hope Mr. Lascaris is willing to stay with me for another 5 minutes. All right. So you mentioned that we have the upcoming cricket in Diamond.
In Bhutan.
Bhutan. In Diamond. Somebody in Diamond is mentioning my name. All right. Good night to you, Diamond, just in case, especially to you and Theophine. I should probably mentioning my name tonight. All right. So Bhutan has a cricket game coming up. Do we know who the competitors are? Who's the sponsor? Tell us a little bit about that.
Okay. We were at Bhutan on Sunday, where Miss Jonge spoke to us, as myself, Matthew, My girlfriend was there. So so she said that they're cleaning up and clearing up for cricket, but we have not gone into detail about how many teams that's going to be there. So the excitement is already going to Bhutto for cricket, because Bhutto and cricket is very an exciting moment when Bhutto has cricket. So what we're trying to do, I know we have sponsored the Bhutto Elite Stars, Bhutto Elite Cricket Team, that's MMP Construction. We sponsored them in a competition in Canaries some time ago, a few months ago, I think in March it was, or something. Earlier this year, we sponsored them in a cricket tournament in Canaries, and we went up with our team to support them. So they are very close to us in terms of when they have activities up there, they would let us know, because they know we are one of the premier sponsors for their team. Now that is how we got to know that, and then that's why I'm putting it out to allow people to go and help them. One of the things I wanted to mention, as you mentioned, on the waterfront, we have a tendency in Soufwiye that if somebody is doing something like you only cut everything, is you doing it. The waterfront project came around. Let me say good night to Mr. Valentin Fourier that is holding. He's busy doing other works with the bank, right, and other people, because he's a contractor. And he called me once and he told me, Lascar, I need to show you a project. I know you're the only person that will be able to execute that for the bank in short time, short notice. You understand me? So I went to look at the job. We made a little estimate for the bank. The bank said, oh, this was too high. So we went back, we renegotiated. So they say, okay, we can work with that. In working with that, it was quick time. We had to do it. You understand me? You had to go get paint. You had to get your own materials and everything to put into that little something. Okay, in doing this, there is no gain in that. There's about a few $100 less. You understand that what I'm going to make in terms of you like it, there's a loss. So we said, so the marketing manager of the bank said, oh, at the end, she just thought of something. They needed something to put a plaque from Banker St. Lucia. So I called Matthew and Matthew, look, the bank wants this. It's not in the little costing we did for them. But I think we can use that as a tool. You understand me? I said, Matthew, let's donate that piece of wall to the bank. So then, out of donation of that to the bank to put their plaque, we'll get a space on it to put our logo, MMP Construction. You see, because it will be a win-win situation. It's true, we did not generate nothing out of it in terms of a profit, but it will speak loud for us. That small gesture, marketing strategy alongside the bank. Who does that? You understand me? Alongside the bank, that's a win-win for us. So he answered, yes, let's do it. You understand me? So we had our guys do it, and bram, that's what it is.
That's why sometimes we need to teach marketing strategy.
Yeah.
When we, or rather, we should research marketing strategies as entrepreneurs, right, or small business owners. Because, like, for example, you're making cake, you want persons to know that you have good cake. One of the things you can do is to give out samples.
Yeah.
Wrap the samples up in something that and have your business card or have your information on the wrapping. That way the person will taste the cake and say, "Whoa, who made that cake? Look at the wrapping here. So and so it was made by Sonia Casavo. This is her number, contact her. She made this wonderful cake." That's a marketing strategy. You have a construction company, MMP, you've donated the plaque to the bank to show that this is the work that you've done. Your information is right there on the plaque. So persons can see, hey, this company did a good job. It's a marketing strategy. There's nothing wrong with that. Sometimes you operate at a loss when you do marketing. Yeah. It's the way of the business.
You don't market to win.
When you do samples, you're not making any money out of it.
Not at all.
So it happens. Sometimes that's the kind of thing you have to do to initiate your business, to get the business name out there, to get the product out there. That is what we do in marketing. So personally, sometimes we don't think of things in a business sense. We think of things as just plain in front of your face. Like, why you put your name on the thing? You put your name there for its marketing purposes.
Innovativeness. That's what it is.
Think of innovative ways to get your name out there when you have a business. And that's why sometimes a lot of businesses fail. If nobody knows you exist, how can you make business? You have to get your name out there. Persons have to know. It reminds me very well of this. I don't know if you've heard of Kifli. He goes out and samples food, and then he'll do a honest review of the food. And sometimes persons that had no business or was ready to shut down will get a spike in business just from his review. He'll visit the place and he'll show you the parking lot is completely empty. He'll go in, he'll buy as many things off of the menu as he would like to try. He'll sit in his car, he'll try it out and record his initial reaction
and put it
to
out.
everything, and he puts it out there. And if he tells you the food is good, people will come and try the food. And then the next day you'll drive past and you'll see the parking lot packed. Wait time for food is an hour. It's been changing the lives of so many people just by doing that. Sometimes it's just you have the best thing out there and you're just not marketing properly. People don't know you exist. I could be around the corner and I'm selling the fountain of life, something that is going to change your whole world and make you live longer. And you wouldn't know because nobody said anything. Nobody put it out there. You didn't hire the town crier to go around and say, hey, I'm around the corner. You didn't put your information on your samples and start handing out in the next corner. Tell people, hey, if you go around that corner, you're going to find the store. Things like that we need to think about when we have a product, when we have a service, when we're doing business, that we need to show persons, hey, this is out there. All right, we want to read some more of our comments. We have Miss Mary Dennis. Good night to you, Miss Dennis. She said, good job, keep working. I assume that's towards the district rep. Mrs. Hippolyte said, continue the good work, Honorable Hippolyte, with the refit project, as well as the Kouden Soufwiye. New development will soon get their project on their way. I remember there was another project for new development as well. So definitely, like we want to encourage persons, if your project did not get underway over last weekend, you still have an opportunity to get those projects out of the way, get those projects done, get your team together, get your list of materials together, make sure you know the numbers, make sure you have your catering down, make sure you have enough water. Please don't hesitate. Don't think, oh, you missed it. Koudme is not a special day. Koudme is something to bring the community together. We want to encourage you. Please keep those Koudme projects coming. Keep them going. We want to bring out a community of gratitude. We want to change the face of Soufriye, change the personality of Soufriye, change the attitude of Soufriye by encouraging persons to go out and do what they can do for their communities. All right, I want to thank Mr. Lascaris once again for being with us here on Let's Connect tonight. It's been wonderful having you in studio with me. I have not seen my second guest tonight. I guess he's been very busy. We understand, especially your construction workers working at night. I can't believe.
That's the wood construction. It doesn't have time.
Wow, I thought construction was a daytime.
It doesn't have time. Hours. No, it does not have time.
So I'm been educated today that contractors work at night. Construction workers work at night. So I do understand that time happens and things happen out of the way. We understand that. So we want to say thank you so much for joining us, for giving us your time tonight. I want to say shout out to Matthew Nelson, working hard somewhere in Soufriye right now, doing some construction work, still at work. And Darrel Thomas, who is somewhere still at work as well. So he has missed our program tonight, which is understandable. We want to shout out Honorable Emma Hippolyte, who also missed the program because she's at Parliament tonight. That is understandable as well. We do want to encourage all the persons who are doing work for Soufriye, for the benefit of Soufriye, to keep doing what they have to do. Keep it up. We appreciate it. We want to shout out all the communities and all the groups once again. We want to encourage those persons who are still working on Koudme activities. And once again, we want to let you know that during the month of December, we are going to be having some grocery voucher giveaways. So in order for you to be able to be eligible for those giveaways, you need to comment on our live, or you need to call in with questions, comments, queries during our programs. And then we will be having a question segment at the end of our programs every Tuesday in December, and hopefully extending into January as well. So that person's going to get an opportunity to win. If you win, you are unable to win again. So once you win, that's it. So you cannot enter multiple times. So I encourage you to have your friends come in and to have them join in. So if you've won, great. Encourage your friends to come in so that they can win. All right. Any last words for you, Mr. Lascaris?
Let me say good night to my entire family. Yeah. Thank God for you around me. And thank God for having me around you. I think life from God is always the best. Let me say good night to my boys at the garage, In Time Garage. Good night to you. because you're all working better in the night than during the day
Big time
at
garage.
new development. That is Zach Snack.
Oh, that's the name.
Yeah.
Oh, big up Zach.
Yeah, I have my snake man, Soka. Good night to you all. Speedy, keep it up. And Yandel. Yeah, these guys work very hard at the garage.
Yeah, awesome. Yeah. Big around that garage.
Yeah. They were part of Kouden.
Okay, awesome.
Yeah, they were part of Kouden. Yeah.
Well, big up to that team. Big up to Zach. Big up to the whole of the development. You guys have some wonderful people always willing to help and do stuff and come out and do something in the community. It's great to see that the development has that sort of community aspect about them. So big up the developments, big up to all the communities, big up to our people participating in Kouden Soufwiye. You are making Soufwiye better. And once again, thank you, Mr. Lascaris, for joining us on our program.
You're welcome.
Thank you to all those of you who joined us online. Good night to you, Cleanus Alexander. He's saying good night to you, Mr. Lascaris.
Good night, sir.
Yes. All right. So until next week, Tuesday, hopefully we shall be able to have our complete program, but we will be back on next week, Tuesday, for sure. Good night to everybody. Thank you for listening to Let's Connect on 18.5 Soufwiye.
Good night, everyone. Thank you.
Start getting your eyes on. It's the weekend once again. It's the weekend once again. And Cool Joints Disco in Victoria Schwarzell presents Friday Night Karaoke with Clea's karaoke team. Come sing your favorite hits all night. The best singer on that night wins one bottle of wine. Then on Sunday,